with the packet. So we got the new packet. It's really, actually it's a really stupid thing. It's like a protection for the lenses of this camera, because when I did the trip to Lithuania, on the way back I lost the protection of the lenses. I got really mad, and I was like, I need to get a new one. I need to get a new protection for this lens. It's like a 40.5. So yeah, I got it on Amazon. The thing is that I basically lost it because of the fact that the protection of the lenses did not have a cable, you know, like kind of like cords, which now I have it here. So it's awesome because now I'm not gonna lose it again. Awesome, the lighting. I was fixing the lighting here. So once we have the light, we can start. Welcome back to Frimley. So today I'm gonna talk about something that I think it's useful to talk because I have some experience on that, unfortunately, actually, unfortunately, no, but like I do have it, so I can give my opinion on that, basically. And the first one, and the reason on why is quite difficult as a foreigner or as an expat or as an international student to find someone that is really meaningful and even like get like a marriage. Like the concept of marriage in Sweden, it's not like, it's completely different as how it is in other parts, like in the south of Europe or like in the US even, like in other like Western countries, not even to mention those that are in the East. The concept, let's talk about the concept of marriage. In Sweden there's no marriage, something like that. I mean, people get married, people get engaged, but there's a concept more called sambo, which basically is like living with another person, like with your partner, like you share the same place but you're not married, you're not engaged. So there's just like this connection where you enjoy and you share your life with another person, and the only thing is that you live in the same, there's obviously lovely relationship, but it's only the fact that two people live together in the same place. And the reason of why it's kind of difficult to marry or like be with someone in Sweden for a really long period of time. I mean, why it's not impossible, but why it's more difficult, that in case you're an immigrant or in case you're an expat, it's more difficult than as if you do it in your home country. Let's say if you're from Italy, then in Italy. Let's say if you're from Germany, then in Germany. Let's say if you're from Spain or from the US or from wherever you are in the south or like wherever you are in the world, it's different. And the first reason is no CSN. And what is CSN? So like everyone in Sweden, since they are young, since they are like 19, 20, and they start studying university, or like a year that is made before starting university, students, even before, even doing high school in some situations when they go abroad, students get help from the government. That's why we all pay a lot of taxes, obviously, that makes sense. And the idea is that every month that student for years gets at least 3,000 Swedish crowns, which is around 300 euros. But they can get up to 1,000 euros, so like around 10,000 crowns. And I mean, that money allows you to live in a city, maybe a little bit, that allows you to live pretty comfortable in, maybe not in Stockholm, like kind of, you might need some help because of, yeah, it's really expensive, the city as well. But like in other cities with 10,000 Swedish crowns, you can perfectly live like with, as I said, around 1,000 euros. Even some part of this money every month, so many people invest it, because that's something that unfortunately in the south of Europe there's really knowledge, like really low knowledge on investing and like finance and stuff like that, like personal finance, something that in the north of Europe, even in Germany, according to some friends that I have, there's so much education and knowledge by young people about that. So basically when you come here as an international student or as a person that comes working, you know that people that are, they have your age or that they are younger than you, they already have that knowledge. And also so many people, apart from this loan from the government, which has a super low interest rate actually, yeah, that's something that has to be mentioned as well. In these situations, in these cases, so many people also start working since they are 16. So from the age of 21, 22, in so many cases, people start, maybe, I mean, it depends on the case, obviously, but like at least 0.5% of the population, but most of the students with around 24, 25, even 21, 22, they are able to give the money to pay for the entry of a flat. And that's something that it does not happen in the south of Europe. And definitely is one of the things that I'm really fortunate about being in Sweden, but at the same time not about having been born and raised in Sweden, which in this case it's also important to mention. The second one is competition if you're looking for a specific type of girl, like the girl which is tall and blonde. Because in these cases, in the south of Europe, not so many girls are tall. They are normally shorter than people from the north of Europe. I mean, this is quite normal, and this is already known by everyone in Russia as well, or like in the Baltics or people in Germany, people tend to be taller. And because of that, if you're a tall guy and you're looking for a tall girl as well, then, or like if you're a short guy and you're looking for a girl, you're a short guy from the south of Europe, and then you're looking for this type of girl, then you will find out that girls are actually much taller than the average from, if you compare with the south of Europe, for example. So that actually is kind of a handicap because of the fact that there's so much more competition, because there's so many taller guys as opposed to you, like you're not the only one, obviously. And that's something that in the south of Europe does not happen, because if you're tall, that's also like not so normal to be super tall or like tall in the south of Europe. People tend to be much shorter, so in that case you would have less competition. The third one is drinking culture. In Sweden, and as most of the countries from the north of Europe, also like Eastern European part, or like, yeah, let's say Russia, or like in Ukraine, or in like the part from the east, let's say, of Europe. But when it comes to the north of Europe, people tend to drink a lot. In my case, right now, I don't drink. It's something, I mean, yeah, beer, 2 maximum, that's okay. But getting so much alcohol into your body, I think it's extremely harmful, to be honest. And so many people in Sweden, or like in other countries, or like in the Baltics, they have this on the culture, and I completely understand, but, and I'm pretty sure people are aware of that. Drinking is not healthy. Drinking is not, like, it does not give you anything. Yeah, for some time, for some moments, you're happy about it, you're enjoying, and it gives you good feelings, but at the end of the day, is something that is a substance that alters your body, your physique, and then sometimes you're not conscious of what you're doing. So in these cases, it's something that should be avoided. And it happens in Sweden, and it happens that if you're about to go to a bar, to have a beer, to have 2, you might encounter some type of girls that they are really drunk, or like that they've been taking a lot of alcohol and they want to have sex with you, but nothing else. So if you come here thinking that you can go partying and get a girl and then fuck with her the first day, and then, oh, sex, yeah, that's perfect, let's marry. No, I'm joking. But going more with the mindset of like someone from the south of Europe, or from the east of Europe, I would say as well, where in most of the cases dating and having sex is more exclusive and reserved, you should be aware that if you go out and you encounter these type of girls, this can happen, and you should be careful as well, because in my opinion, you should not have sex with the first woman that you encounter. And even if she's drunk, I mean, if she's drunk, even worse, you should not do that. You should focus in more important stuff, because at the end of the day, that's gonna be bad for you in case you're looking for your future partner and someone to be a lot of time with, like a long-term partner. Then the fourth is everyday life. Because let's be honest, something that I also realized, that when girls get out of Sweden, they are much more sociable than when are in Sweden, when they are home, let's say it. Because if you meet a girl from some Nordic country, like Sweden, let's say, or like Norway, Denmark, Finland, doesn't matter, in Bali, or like in, somewhere in Indonesia, or in Thailand, or in Vietnam, or like, even in Spain, they are on holiday. They don't have, probably in most of the cases, they don't have anything more to do. They are free, they have time. So they are not building their career, they are just having fun. So in those situations, if you are there also, you will be able to talk with them in a more like approachable way and more easy to talk to them. But if the relationship that you have with that girl is just like, it's been super short, and you're not like in a super established relationship with that person, like a long relationship, let's say, I don't know, imagine you spend 1 year in Spain or 1 year in Bali, for example. Some people do that stuff, or doing whatever, wherever. In those situations, it's gonna be much easier if you move with the girl to Sweden after some time with her outside, than not just like straight away. Because in this case, most of the cases that when you move with her to Sweden, or like to Norway, to Denmark, whatever, the girl, most of the cases, she's gonna get bored because there's nothing, no excitement. Like, she just had fun somewhere, and then you move with her here. And in most of the cases, the relationship is not super strong and super stable, that has been outside, and the girl's like really committed. Then you're gonna eventually be losing the girl. That's why in most of the cases, especially if you're a guy, whenever you move here, you will encounter that you will be hanging out with girls that are not from here, that are not Swedish, that maybe they are also international students or people like expats in this situation, that they are not actually from Sweden. They are like kind of in the same situation as you, or maybe like immigrant, or maybe like Swedes with an immigrant background. So yeah, my idea with this is that do not expect to come here and be dating someone straight away with like a tall blonde Swedish girl, because of the fact that you're not in the same situation as her. You're not from here, you just moved, you're like an immigrant, an expat, or whatever you want to call it. So probably most of the cases you will eventually end up with someone in the same situation as you, and not with someone that has been living all her life here. So yeah, that was pretty much it for this video. I just got home from working out, like, yeah, water polo, and I was thinking about doing this because I think it's quite interesting, and also do this review on the new protection for the lenses. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and remember to subscribe here to Friendly Talking, and up here to see my last upload on the channel, which is a video that I edited today, a little bit late actually, but still it's Monday, so I wasn't still on time, on the 3 most important concepts and acronyms from YouTube when starting on YouTube. I'm gonna try it out, the protection, and yeah, remember to stay always friendly.